Hello, this is Pigsy doing another video. How are you? Hopefully you're well. I got a few surprises, so just touch on some of the crypto. So I put this money in and I was charging it up, supercharger. I thought, yeah, I've got loads of money here. But what I didn't realise is the actual pool charges up as well. So if you put 6,000 tokens into a 6 million pool, you probably only get about £20 out of it. That's all I've got. But the tokens can go up in value. I mean, because I also put it probably about 35 days in, and then I slowly increased it over time. But you know, I mean, you can make a little bit of money, but it's not going to be loads. You know, it could be between £20 to £30 a month with about probably about £750 worth, or virtually it went up to 8 at one point, but it was going up and down the value of the crow. Anyway, it wasn't necessarily disappointing, because you know, sometimes when things seem too good to be true, they probably are, and some of these things get over subscribe these events. So I thought I could probably do better with a bit of spot trading. So I pulled it out, and it was kind of consolidate my finances. So I wasn't actually making any particular profit out of it. It was dipping a little bit. Actually, after I put it across, it went up. It's kind of fluctuated. So, but then my other assets are sort of going up. I mean, I'll get into that in a second. So I switched it into Bitcoin. And because it's low, it's like 35,000 when normally it's 40. So I thought, well, if I put it in there, pull it out when it's 40 something, then that might be moving. If it goes up a lot higher than that, but I think it's going to be like a lot of fluctuation with Bitcoin, because it's the way it's kind of interrelated to the other coins. If they start pumping, it starts reducing, and it's like a transfer of value. So it's like monetary in some way, that it's been used to transfer between different currencies. And the thing is, you pull out the things. So when I transferred some money into USD, I realised the USD is going down, so I thought, well, I better get that out of there and shove it in something quick. So I put some money across. I've got Yearn Finance. That was pumping, and it come down a little bit, but I expect it to be pumping because it's below where its normal level. So what you kind of like your average, when you see a sort of an average line, so it's dropped down quite a bit. Initially it will drop when it starts a new currency anyway, so if you look back like over a year's time, you're going to get that. But with its kind of like base rate, we called out, or something, is that it was below where it needs to be. So you know, it's like 10,000 below where it was before. It's sort of an all-time high. So I've seen this time its sort of lowest peak, and I thought, well, that's probably a good time to buy in. And then I just transferred like 100 in there, Ethereum. So I pulled the money out, because the thing is with the CRO token is that it's just so low. It's not going up or down or anything. It's just fluctuating. So it wasn't at its highest point. So I might have taken a loss by pulling it out a little bit. But then I put it into something that I know has more potential to grow, and an Ethereum. So 100 in Ethereum, something like 300 in Bitcoin. I did BNB, and then I've transferred that across to my Trust wallet, because there's because SafeMoon are doing their announcement this Sunday about these big projects. It's likely to boom a little bit, and I noticed when I looked at it, it increased in value, so it's pushed up a bit. So I transferred some across, but it's hassle with Pancake Swap. I was going to buy some other type of crypto. However, there's like some issues with it being an older version or something. I thought, sod it, just go buy your SafeMoon, and then once you've done your BNB swap, you've lost value as well. So whatever's left, because there's a certain amount of you can't swap, it's just playing around with the numbers to get it across. So I'm just going to transfer that back, and then I'll probably buy Ethereum and then transfer it across into my other exchange. Leave it there for now. I put myself on a list to get a rack miner, so when that turns up, I was going to have a health check on my car. They phoned me up, and I thought, well, there's going to be money involved, so I'll probably push that past payday, because if you push it before payday, then unless you've set your money aside for it, so I just give them a call or whatever in the week, and then get that moved across to the following month. because I could pull money out of the exchange, but I wouldn't want to in fear of not because they might turn up and say, right, well, you need about £100 work done. Do you want me to put it straight now? And you'd be like, oh, okay, or we could do it later. But they still want some money for doing the inspection. The bounty, let's say it's a free health check. What does that actually mean? So it's not very clear. So yeah, we'll get that checked out. I think maybe my future projects, so from my experience with exchange, is that unless you're going to put in 1,000 or beyond that, and it's kind of like money that you're not desperate to make money out of, then I mean, it's not too bad, because you'll be like potentially for about a month and a half you'll make £30 worth on your assets, and plus them assets grow because you're getting different types of coins that are quite new to the market. So it can pay off. It's just you just have to quite pump it quite a bit. You might be better off making a lot of money spot trading before doing that. And this is investment advice from somebody investing, and mistakes as well, which I've sort of highlighted. What was probably not the best idea or whatever. So anyway, so transfer Safe Moon, and that'll be booming. I've got about 41 million tokens of Safe Moon. That last month it went up by it doubled my money, so I made 100 on it. It's likely to go up a lot higher once the exchange and the wallet kick in place, because there's progression. Where there's case use for a token, it can boom. If it's got no case use to it, then it's a kind of fad. People think, oh, I'll put that money in there and I'll make some money out of it, and then it does on occasions. It is suddenly soar, and that's the time when you cash out. Otherwise, it's probably not so good. Let's do this. And a bloody COVID test. Don't do that. Oh, actually, let's see. It's not space where it come. Let's pause this. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. I just popped a test in the post. I'll do that every so often. It's busy. Should I do some shopping today? Probably not. Stomach stuff, yeah. I think I just cut out the honey and milk for a bit. It seems to be a bit better. It's just when you get some sort of soreness in your stomach, you think, what the hell's that? But I know I suffer from IBS anyway, so it's not like it's completely unknown. And I don't particularly eat unhealthy things, but I'm capable of getting cancer and everything else. I just have to be very careful with these things. I doubt it is. There we go. Let's go right. Yeah, I'll probably do some more like paranormal and other stuff. Like, it'd be nice to do some Bigfoot investigations in the UK. Is there something there? I mean, originally I talked about this other stuff before, and I was trying to figure it out, and I did have a weird experience, and it's the other side of the river around here, so I went down some dark place, because I was going to do a training course, and I was on my motorbike. I've talked about this before, so I was on a motorbike at the time, and I went down this kind of alley. It turned into like country lane, and then it just turned into some muddy place, and I stopped, I turned it around, and it could have been a deer's eye, but I saw one eye, and then I saw two eyes in there, red eyes, looking around at me, and I thought, okay, so it even winked at me or something, I don't know, his eyes were opened and closed or something, and I thought, I ain't hanging around. I suddenly felt this felt uncomfortable. I thought, I ain't hanging around. There wasn't any other animals active either. It's just like this up in some trees looking. It's all blacked out. I mean, I wouldn't say that's necessarily, that's a Bigfoot. It's probably a bloody deer or something. But I think the other thing with Bigfoots and stuff like that, I think usually with deer, I know it's the red eyes are the male, and I think the yellow eyes are the female. So for some reason they reflect slightly different in the light. And that may be the same for Bigfoot, is that the eyes reflect differently. Some people say that either one type's smaller and the eyes are different, and the other one's bigger, it's got red eyes, and it's more likely to be an aggressor, because one's probably male, one's probably female. That's probably analysis on that. And I'll just keep an open mind. I'm not saying, hey, I believe in Bigfoot. I think, hey, there's a possibility that it does exist, because there's so much we don't know about this universe, and just because we know about planet Earth doesn't mean we know about the whole universe, or even other dimensions and things. We're just kind of aware that they exist, but we're not aware how to tap into them. So the other thing I mentioned, flipping back to crypto, is the rack miner, which mines helium. If I install that in my place, I could be making £20 a week, or maybe more, depending on how useful it is, because it uses long wave radio waves. But any device that uses that, it can connect to, it collects data, and it proves a use case for itself, and therefore you get more money, because it proves A, you're using it, and B, it's picked up some activity. And that could be from anything from temperatures from a fridge, if there's something in the area, from a sort of a cold truck or something. The only thing that the company would be regulating and monitoring in things. So like this vehicle beeps sometimes, so I'm sure it picks up radio signals. It also knows when there's speed cameras and stuff. So all of that information might be fed through something, a network like that. I mean, later they're going to have like a 5G, and it'll probably pay a lot more money. However, it's not at the moment in the UK, so you might just, for myself, get the device that's available. Some of these devices are really getting highly sought, and then there's some people that are trying to rip people on eBay. So there's a lot of scammers out there, just avoid them really. And I say, if anyone puts a comment like, financial advice or something nonsense in my bloody thing, it's just I never would give you a WhatsApp and want to contact you to give you financial advice, because I don't do that. I'm just talking about my own experience really, and it's just kind of like getting to the next level. It's slow, but it's steady. Yeah. And it's also figuring out things that work. So if you want money to sit somewhere and do nothing, then to do something, but just to sit there, but it might depreciate, and that would be probably doing your supercharger. I could reverse it in, I guess. Back at the ranch. So I'll catch up on some crypto info if there's something going on. At the moment it's just boring. I just end up addictively checking the stocks, and I should do research into, there are some stock apps. There was something advertised about ways to make money. I mean, I know there's eToro, but they could buy tokens you could buy the actual shares in the exchange rather than just the tokens on the exchange. So anyway, peace on. I'll speak soon.